You have one shot to get this right from 2026 to 2030. I'm about to share with you is my opinion, my research, but just like 2020 to 2025, I shared with you guys exactly what I was doing. I'm going to share with you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, what is actually happening. Of course, do your own research, just being open and authentic. That's the key. We're out of the era of blind leadership. I'm going to share with you from a spiritual sense, from a physical sense, from a financial sense, how I'm navigating through what's called the Great Mutation in 2026. It's not by chance that all this darkness is coming to light. So I'm going to first start with the physical, then I'm going to go into the spiritual, then I'm going to break down the financial, and I'm going to share with you my offensive strategy and my defensive strategy, because what you need to understand at a very deep level, this is nothing new under the sun. Listen to me. This is nothing new. This happens over and over and over again in humanity. It is not different this time. There's been over 30 market collapses in the last 200 years, and there'll be many more. Study Ray Dalio's Changing World Order, The Fall and Rise of Superpowers, and you will see that America and the world is in one of the greatest transitions right now. Study history. It doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. You're not going to beat the cycle spiritually, physically, or financially, but you can understand how to navigate it. And every time the tide goes out, you see who has swim trunks on, Warren Buffett. So first, physically, I got my shit together. I'm turning 50 this year. A year and 7 months ago, almost a year and 8 months ago, I went on got parasite candida cleanse completely and clean my internal body. That's important to this conversation. It's not by chance that the food pyramid just got reversed to now eating whole foods. That's your first hint. There's an inversion process happening, going from external health, managing symptoms, to getting to the root key, the root of the problem. What's darkness comes to light, which you'll see spiritually, physically, and financially this year and through 2030, especially this year. Okay, so we're getting to the internal health now. Food pyramid got flipped, whole foods, which it always should have been, but everything cycles. So now we're moving to internal health. So for me, I got physically fit, internally fit, completely cleaned my body out and cleansed it. So that's the physical part. So I train for protection of my family and agility. I clean my internal body out, and I'm in the greatest shape and physical and internal health than I've ever been in my life. All my markers are perfect. So that's the first thing. That's the foundation. I guess I should say the true foundation is the spiritual part, and then we'll get into the financial part. Okay. Now, spiritually, moving from blind leadership, that's why you're seeing all these mega pastors get exposed for infidelity. Their egos getting exposed. Moving from blind leadership, just following some pastor or some religion, to connection with Jesus Christ. Relationship. We're moving from religion, centralized, to relationship with Jesus Christ and God, the way it should be. So from a physical sense, we're moving from external, treating symptoms, to internal, treating the problem, internal health, to external health, sovereignty of your body. We're moving from religion, centralized, organized, blind leadership, to decentralized, Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life, who was not in a church, who picked the most unlikely characters to be his disciple. There's the hint right there. Disciple equals discipline. Unfortunately, what I'm about to share with you, all three of these things take discipline. There's no get rich quick. There's no hopium. There's no hype. It's your discipline. So we got physical health, internal to external. Everything's inverting. That's all you're seeing. The Great Mutation is just a transfer to the other side. It's not different this time. It's nothing new under the sun. We got spiritual, from centralized religious systems to Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life. Pick up your mat and walk. Your faith has made you healed. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Then financially is what I'm an expert at. The other things, I follow wise counsel, and I implement and do myself. But what I'm an expert at is the financial system. Macro and microeconomics, not get rich quick. We're moving from a centralized banking system to a decentralized banking system. So in external health, treating symptoms, to internal health, treating the problem. Food pyramid gets flipped to the outside of the store, eating whole foods. Inversion. From religion to relationship with Jesus Christ, you're going to see all these pastors get exposed that are doing unethical things. Done in darkness comes light. You don't have to do anything about it. It's going to get exposed by itself. It's natural. And then you're also seeing the fragmentation of the traditional banking system, the centralized banking system, to decentralized banking, which is called DeFi. We get to take sovereignty of our wealth, sovereignty of our health, and sovereignty of our spiritual walk. Your main goal is to get your shit together, to stop protesting, to stop arguing with other people and become a warrior in a garden versus a gardener in a war. Because all these people protesting back and forth, if you peeled the curtain back on them spiritually, physically, and financially, they have their own shit that they should be getting called out for. We are all sinners. If you're not a sinner, then cast the first stone, and all of us would put our stones down and walk away. If you truly want sovereignty, physically, spiritually, and financially, then you're going to get your own shit together. You're going to take care of your own house. Through that, you heal yourself, and through that, you become a beacon. So the blind leadership savior complex is dying off. So here's how I protected my family on offense and defense financially. I created what's called Capital DR. It's not an investment, it's a system that beats economic cycles. C is cash flow. Cash is trash. Fiat currency is junk. It's debt. Your income is someone else's debt. That's it, guys. That's your income is someone else's debt. You need to realize that. There's no money in the system. There's more debt than there is income. So I take my cash flow. I'm good at scaling businesses. That's what I used to build my cash flow. And I take my first fruits, 10% richest man in Babylon, and I put it into dividend ETFs, which allow me to make money 24 hours a day while I sleep, Warren Buffett, which creates more cash flow. But that cash flow is income, is debt, because there's no real money in the system. It's fiat. So I take the fiat, move it to A on the offensive. Now the offensive, assets always cycle based on economics, macro and micro. If you're not beating inflation, you are treading water. I don't care what you invest in, but I use things like XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, WLFI, VeChain, XLM on the stock side, American Bitcoin, ABTC, XXI. Okay, so that's my offensive. When my offense appreciates, we got to go into defense. I pull profits. Don't listen to these people saying not to pull profit, and don't listen to people saying to leverage your crypto. It's way too volatile. I pull offensively when you're trying to get rich quick. I'm pulling money off the table and I put it into P, protection. Then we go into defense. Defense allows us to manage the economic cycle and the deflation of currency to survive the economic collapses that always happen. It's nothing new, guys. It's going to happen again at some point. Maybe not in 2 years, 3 years, but it will happen again. So when we profit, you go on the defense. I use cash value life insurance for protection. We'll talk about L leverage, which is the greatest family bank concept ever. Silver. Should have followed my gut 9 months ago and listened to my team. I had silver. I have silver, but I should have kept dollar cost average. So I'm back to dollar cost average in silver. I'm now going to start adding copper. I'm following my gut this time. I'm getting into copper because of all the innovation coming in and all the utility. Copper, silver, insurance. I use Bitcoin too as like a defense, in my opinion. You could use gold. I'm going to start dollar cost average into Berkshire. Obsessed with Warren Buffett style. Might as well get exposure through them for their safety, their leadership, and their ability to beat the markets. We'll have Berkshire, insurance, silver, copper. Bitcoin is, I believe, is a hedge against inflation. That's defense. Okay. Then we have L, which is leverage. So when the offense comes collapsing down, and it will again, remember 10-10, 20-25? It will come down again. When the offense collapses, I borrow from the L, from the P, protection, insurance. I go back in and I buy the fear. When it cycles again, I DR, de-risk, de-risk, de-risk. Well, I'm doing the opposite inversion of the 99%. I'm doing what the banks do. I'm inverting it. The opposite of what the public does. When they tell you to look this way, look this way. So you're in the great mutation right now. It's super important. You're not going to beat the cycle that is ingrained in humanity, created by God, that cycles all the time. Read the Bible, the 50-year Shemitah. 50-year Jubilee, 7-year Shemitah. Everything cycles, guys. It's not different this time. What's different is how you respond to the cycle. So physically, spiritually, and financially, your whole system is being inverted the other way. It's done in darkness will come to light. You don't have to, it's a natural thing. You don't have to go fight because most people fighting and arguing and trying to expose everybody, they're the people with the most shit to cover up. Trust me. That's why I mind my own business, man. I got enough shit to work on myself. Also trying to maintain this smooth skin at 50. Just kidding. Love you guys. Kidding, but I'm not. I love you guys. I hope this information helps. Made it this far. I really love you. Let's get our shit together. Let's go. Physically, spiritually, financially. Nobody's coming to save you. Warriors, rise. Get your shit together. Love you guys.